I will always and forever love them, even if it's from a distance. You know what I'm saying? I never will hate anybody. I don't want to miss out on my blessings from, holding on to unforgiveness of any type. So I'm Zia Zebra. If you don't know, I create clothing and I also give tips and tricks to like makeup, cheap thrift shopping, beginner sewer tips, try on hauls, Sims 4, and more. So please stay tuned and hit that subscribe button. Hey babes, what's good? I hope you babes are doing good because I am doing great. And yeah, I got my hand wrapped. It still kind of hurt, y'all. I, had a good 4th of July. I hope you babes had a good 4th of July. As you have seen in my community posts, and if you haven't, check it out. I celebrated the 4th of July with some family members that I dearly love. And I love the 4th of July. Like, I love the colors. I enjoy eating good food, good healthy food. And I also have to update you babes on, my diet and what I'm actually consuming now in 2026, because it has changed throughout the years, especially from 2024. But babes, I love, showing love to all the veterans, the military, the people who have put hard work in for America. Great love to them. Kisses, you know what I'm saying? 4th of July it just be bomb, okay? And I had, a small little taste of Don Julio, y'all. I was really feeling myself. Like, I felt good, you know what I'm saying? And, God turned water into wine, you know what I'm saying? And you can drink, but you just ain't supposed to be, like, sloppy drunk or getting drunk, you know what I'm saying? And I was tipsy. I felt good, you know what I'm saying? But, y'all, babes, I am in my strawberry shortcake pajamas. Looking so cute. My mom actually got me these. And what is so funny, I'm gonna get to the message, y'all, but hold on. What is so funny is I also was drinking out of my strawberry shortcake glass bottle cup that she also got me. So cute. Just crazy. I've been drinking out of that though, and then I changed to the pajamas. But y'all, babes, I really just want to speak on. I don't know why I forgot what the title was. Oh, some of us chosen ones, family was never there. Babes, when I speak on this, some of us chosen family members was never there. I'm going to say this. I love all my family members dearly. I have a lot of messages God has been pushing me to say, I feel like. And I'm doing it on this good old Sunday. I just cleaned his litter. I cleaned everything. I took the trash. Like, y'all, your girl, it hurts a little. Especially trying to do too much the other day. But anyways, I'm going to get better. But some of us chosen ones, family members was never there. And what I mean by that is, yes, you had a mom. Your dad was probably absent, but he was in and out. I'm going to tell y'all, my dad has been in and out of my life. He never really been there. He never really even wanted me. I remember my mom telling me a story of he barely even wanted to buy me an ice cream, y'all. And ice cream. Like, he wanted nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And, when you're not mature enough and, my mom was young when she had me, about 15, and they were young, and he really didn't want no kids like that. They was just having fun, you know what I'm saying? And my mom had me anyways, which I totally respect that, because I'm so against the ABs. If you see in my last vlog, I abbreviate it as the ABs now because, yeah, I'm so against that, you know what I'm saying? And I used to be for it, because I did it myself, but, things have changed, especially when you get older. You just realize a lot, but I'm glad she had me, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember hearing in someone's vlog that, they came out of sin and they chose God. Like, I came out of sin. I'm choosing God, And I hate to see someone do the AB treatment instead of just having God's child, because that's God's child, you know what I'm saying? He wants them to serve him. That's God's baby, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that, and I see it so different from a different set of eyes now. But anyways, y'all, some of us chosen one family members was never there. And what I mean by this is like, okay, like I told y'all the last situation, in the last vlog about my mom. I love my mom dearly, and she knows this as well. All respect to my mom. God says honor your parents, and I'm definitely doing that. I'm not showing no disrespect. It's always honor to my parents. And I would love to see my dad someday. I heard some crazy things about my dad. Like, I heard someone telling me that he offed a man, and then he's been in and out of jail. He's been in and out of jail since I was young, y'all. And I heard he was a little off, a little crazy. And they're like, you still want to see your dad? I'm like, yeah. And I've been sending prayers for him on and off. I'm like, God, if you see my dad, you know, if I ever see my dad, bless him to be safe. You know, if he doing whatever, bless him to be safe, cover him, bless him to get his life together, because I love my dad dearly, even though he's not in my life like that. And I would love to have a father in my life. And a lot of fatherless girls are wild. But, you know, you hear that a lot. You know, I did used to be wild. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, me being older, I realized a lot in maturing. You know, I just realized, yeah, I might have father issues, but, you know, I could be a good woman, you know what I'm saying? I am a wife. I don't care what nobody say. It be the ones that have a dad that do the most, if you ask me. They don't care to be wives. They'll have anybody, baby. It could be about 5 different dudes. They don't care. Not to be mean, but yeah. But speaking of my mom, like the situation I told you about when, you know, my stepfather tried to get at me, she really didn't even want to talk about it. You know, it's just weird. And I know it's a lot of other girlies who probably been in a situation just like me, who got hit on from their stepdad, who tried to have sex with them, who tried to have, you know, a weird relationship with them, you know. And me and my mom never really talked about this. I think she's afraid of talking about it, and a lot of people like to sweep things under the rug. If you know a narcissistic family dynamic and generational curses, they love to sweep things under the rug. They don't like, you know, talking about things one-on-one, resolving an issue, involving God. It don't go like that. Like, it is a lot of weird things that could, you know, go on within a narcissistic family dynamic. And I just want to say this, like, I have forgiven my mom and my stepdad, but I do not tolerate any BS from anybody. You know, but I always will love from a distance. I just see people true colors and how they really are. Because when you think that you have a caregiver and someone who is supposed to take care of you and be there for you is not really there for you, it hurts on a different level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, you know, I can't really trust that much. And going through that situation, I think God, you know, a lot of chosen ones go through a lot, like molestation, rape, you know, and all other type of things. And you learn a large, huge lesson in that you cannot trust a lot of mankind, because a lot of mankind will let you down. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your trust in, I can't even talk. Do not put your trust into man, okay? Because it is going to fail every time. You have to put your trust in surrendering into God himself, because that is the only person who can save you. And that is just for me. I'm just being 100% with you. My other sisters have a different type of relationship with my mom. But my relationship is more like, it's love always and forever. But I really don't be around like that. Like, you know, it's just so different for me, and I see things from a different lens than both of my other sisters do. And what I mean by cutting my sisters off in that, I'm going to explain like this. I really do love my sisters, and they know this, you know what I'm saying? But they have narcissistic tendencies, and that generational curse did pass through down to them. Did not come to me. thank God. And I just want to say that I was chosen, and I'm gonna explain the chosen one in just a minute. But you know, I cut my sisters off from hanging around them all the time. I cut them off from, you know, always being around, you know, because my life has changed, and God said you should be around fornicators, this and that. So their lifestyle is not my type of lifestyle, and I'm not trying to get influenced from none of that, which I'm not really influenced from sin in the first place. Like, I think it's disgusting. Like, I learned a big lesson from, you know, having sex with a man outside of marriage plenty of times, and I just get annoyed with it. Like, I really won't do it, because I really have, like, I feel like I really outgrew that type of lifestyle and all that type of stuff. Because I feel like your girl always get disappointed, you know what I'm saying? Always. And I'm just like, I ain't got time for that. You know, I ain't got time for that disappointment no more. Like, I'm over it. So I just don't even involve myself with none of that. And I don't care for gossip, because I just feel like, ew, why are you talking about this other person? Why are you even worried about this other person? Get your life together. You know what I'm saying? Like, your girl just don't be having time for it. And I feel like it's a lot of other stuff that we just not on the same page with when I talk about my sisters. But I will always and forever love them, even if it's from a distance. You know what I'm saying? I never will hate anybody. I don't want to miss out on my blessings from, you know, holding on to unforgiveness of any type. It don't matter what it is. Like, it was so hard to forgive my mom, and I'm not gonna lie to you, because when I still see her with that man to this day, I'm just like, yuck, man. Like you could try to call that love, but that's really damage. Like, you damaged. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all damaged. That's not love. You know what I'm saying? What y'all got going on, that's just on that. But anyways, when you are a chosen one, you is handpicked. God literally picked you from your family. You stand out. You know, you really don't fit in with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And He chose you to do His will, live, you know, the way that He wants you to live. You know what I'm saying? Surrender to what He got for you to do in this lifetime for Him. You know what I'm saying? You will be used as a vessel. You will be someone who will be dragging souls to Christ. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who say they are chosen when they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're just like everyone else who could live this regular life, who live in sin, don't care. You know what I'm saying? And you know that saying of choose who you may serve, you know, today or whatever, how it go. And I am choosing wholeheartedly each and every day the Lord, and, you know, Lord and Heavenly Father. Like, I don't have no other. I'm not in and out. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people have their foot in hell, a lot of people have their foot in heaven. No, choose who you may serve. That means you need to have your foot in heaven and choose the Heavenly Father, or you gonna have your foot in hell and choose that Father. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be both hypocritical, like the quote-unquote American life, a balanced life. No. Like, you have to be all the way in. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of chosen ones' family was never there. And that's why God has chosen you, you know what I'm saying? And He has adopted you. Like, He is my Father. Like, I don't have a father. He is my Father. You know what I'm saying? He is my Father. And I'm so thankful that He is my Father, because He has adopted me. And I see things so differently now. I don't know why I'm talking so crazy, y'all. My brain is everywhere. But, you know, I see things so differently now. And I'm so glad that He has chosen me, because life is, I just can't even explain it. And it's just beautiful at the same time. So I'm just like, you know, I really don't have family or nobody like that. And, you know, the people you think that are in church, that are, you know, doing a daily thing, you would think that they was holy, but those be the most ones far away from holiness. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, my grandparents, not to even put them on blast, but like, they go to church every Sunday. They live the religious life. You know what I'm saying? It's more important to have a relationship than a religious, you know, way of living with God. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wants you to have that real relationship with him. He wants you to read the word. He wants you to do what's in the word. Not just read it, but, you know, put it in your head and let it lead to your heart and actually live it out. And, you know, these church people still eat pork, shrimp, all this other type of stuff that I heard that you are not supposed to be eating, that God said that we shouldn't be eating. And, you know, I quit the pork, shrimp, all of that. And I quit that in, like, 2024 when I decided to go vegan, babes. Like, I changed so much. Like I said, I'm going to make a whole video of how I eat now and what I got going on. But yes, y'all, like, it be the ones that be in church that be the worst ones. I am so serious, y'all. And it's so sad to even see it, because I'm just like, you know, when you're chosen, your eyes get open and you see a lot of other people who are not actually really following the Heavenly Father. They're really following this Father down here because they are doing what they will, doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to, you know, obey, be obedient to his rules and what he has for us. You know what I'm saying? What he put in the books. And, you know, it can be hard, you know what I'm saying? But you really got to be about this life. You really got to be a person who is genuinely about love. And I feel like I'm genuinely, you know, about love. I've always been genuine my whole life. And I feel like most of my family members, they just really weren't like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like most people, you know, they put on a show. And I'm not the one to always put on a show. Like, I'm always real from the heart, which could be so, you know, so risky. But I make sure now, like, now that I'm older and I'm growing each and every day, like, I'm not perfect. Like, I'm learning to guard my heart, you know what I'm saying, from a lot of people and situations. But yeah, when you don't have a family like that, God will literally bring you in and you are his own. You know what I'm saying? God is love, seriously. Like, I was saying the other night to myself, I was just like, and I gotta tell y'all, this relationship, this stupid relationship I was in, this 5-second relationship, 5 minute, I was saying to him, you know, saying to God before I went to sleep, saying my prayers, I was just saying that I'll cut off anybody. Like, I don't care. God is love. I had a taste of that. They said, I think, you know, people say, get a taste of him and see what peace is like. I've had that, and baby, ain't nobody finna be ruining my peace, baby. I feel like, this last guy I was so caught in a relationship with, he was lying about a lot of stuff, y'all. It was stupid stuff. And I cut it off like that. Like, I weren't trying to hear it. Like, I don't have time for it, baby. I got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Time, like I said, is precious. And time wasters come from the devil, honey. And the devil is a lie. Yes, he is. Like, honey, I will cut anybody off. And I was literally telling him that. I was just like, I love my relationship with you. Like, I'll cut anybody off. I just want to be happy, baby. You know what I'm saying? Life is short. And just don't got time for that mess. Like, when you open your eyes and really see that, a lot of these people are asleep. A lot of my family members are asleep. I feel like I'm so awake and awoken. Like, it's scary sometimes. But I'm just like, man, I'm really living, you know what I'm saying, out of that survivor's mode, really in tune with myself through the Holy Father. And when you really find your identity, you know what I'm saying, it's through God. Okay, that's when you really find your identity. But this is just a quick short message, babes, and I really hope you babes enjoyed this message. And don't forget to press that like button and show your girl some love, because this is just real to me. I feel like I have so many other things to talk about and say. But yeah, I really hope I explained this well, that y'all understand what I was meaning, because God, he has chosen you. And you know, when you don't have those family members and when they was never there, God has been trying to adopt you in his whole life. You know what I'm saying? He is that substitute that you have been missing. You know what I'm saying? That fills in. You know what I'm saying? He's all of that. Like, if you have God, you have everything. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have to cut family members off and, love them from a distance, God is everything. Like, you literally will be happy within him. Like, it don't even matter. Yeah, you may be turned into a savage because you'll cut anybody off because God is there. And that's all that you need. And I really hope you babes understood this message. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Mwah.